There are lots of great EVs out there, but not all of them are good for older drivers. The things most baby boomers need in a vehicle are totally different from what Gen Z is shopping for. And luckily, I've got 7 great options coming right up. Now, aside from a pill organizer in the center console or an audio system that only plays Lawrence Welk, I'm kidding. There are a few vehicle attributes mature motorists probably appreciate more than other drivers. In general, older folks will want comfortable seats, a smooth ride, simple technology that doesn't require a master's degree in computer science to use. They'll want easy ingress and egress with seats that are neither too high nor too low. Reasonable pricing, range that's comparable to a combustion-powered vehicle, and of course lots of nooks and crannies to put photos of the grandbabies are also things that older drivers will probably want. Now, of course, on the opposite end, and again, generally speaking here, senior motorists probably don't care about things like flashy styling or having screens everywhere, or especially sporty driving dynamics. But with those criteria out of the way, here are several EVs that aging drivers should put on their shopping lists, and I'll even have a couple bonus picks toward the end of this video for more adventurous seniors, so make sure you keep watching. And first up, we have the Genesis electrified G80. Not everybody wants or needs a damn SUV. And aside from the traditional sedan form factor, the electrified G80 impresses in numerous other ways. This car is extremely comfortable, offers an entirely respectable 282 miles of range, delivers strong performance, and the interior is beautifully designed and built. In short, this is an excellent vehicle for older drivers and, hell, young people too. The only downside here is that this Genesis is a bit pricey for folks that live on a fixed income, since it starts around 76 grand. Now, a much more affordable option is the entirely competent Kia Niro EV, a hatchback-like crossover that's as simple as it is honest. This approachable and affordable vehicle is roomy, versatile, and of course well put together. Aside from numerous standard driver aids, the Niro EV also offers an entirely respectable 253 miles of range, and it is graced with 201 horsepower for good, if not stellar, acceleration. There's nothing flashy about what Kia's built here, but it's a rock-solid offering, and one that's priced to sell because this thing starts at just about $41,000. Next, we have the Nissan Ariya. This all-electric SUV doesn't offer the most range, quickest DC fast charging performance, or have the most opulent trimmings, but the Ariya is still a solid product, and not just for older drivers, though it is great for them. Inside, the front seats are super comfortable. This vehicle is easy to get into and out of. There are plenty of models to choose from, and of course, the pricing is fair. The base model gets you a relatively lackluster 216 miles of range, though the Ariya does max out at a much more impressive 304. You can also get front or all-wheel drive, and higher-end trims are richly appointed inside. As for pricing, the entry-level Ariya starts at right around 45 grand. Another well-rounded offering is the Mustang Mach-E. Ford's pony-themed utility vehicle is available in a wide range of trim levels and price points. From the base Select model to the all-wheel drive GT with an available performance package, there's a little something for everyone here. In base form, this SUV provides 247 miles of range and offers a surprisingly generous 266 horsepower. There's a standard and always handy front trunk, not something you get in every EV, and the interior is nicely done with seats that are easy to slide right into. The 15.5-inch touchscreen might be a bit much for older drivers, but the Sync 4A infotainment system is quite intuitive, plus there are still plenty of physical controls. Like the Ariya, you'll be spending around $45,000 for a base Mach-E. The most Scandinavian option on our list here is the Volvo XC40 Recharge, a lovely little SUV. This vehicle is premium, super refined, and offers surprising versatility in an easy-to-manage and live with package. This Volvo is great for old and young alike. The base rear-drive model offers nearly 300 miles of range and delivers good performance. The front seats are fantastic in the XC40 Recharge. The technology is mostly intuitive, and since this is a Volvo, the crash test scores are top-notch. Now, if Grandma or Grandpa want something zippier and are willing to sacrifice a bit of rollator hauling space, they can get the nearly identical C40 Recharge, which is essentially a sleeker version of the XC40. Either way, both models have been updated and improved for 2024. Hey, if you like this type of content, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to the EV Pulse YouTube channel if you haven't already. You won't want to miss what we've got coming up. Next, another sedan, the Hyundai Ioniq 6. Now, other eGMP-based vehicles like the Ioniq 5 and Kia EV6 might be better choices. They're certainly more versatile, but I chose this four-door for one important reason: range. For seniors that like to hit the road, almost no other vehicle offers more miles for the money. Properly equipped, the Ioniq 6 can go an EPA estimated 361 miles on a full charge, which is absolutely phenomenal. This slippery four-door is also a DC fast-charging champ, which is great for long drives. The car is reasonably priced, it's built like a Swiss timepiece, and of course it has plenty of passenger space inside. And overall, it's hard to go wrong with the Ioniq 6. And last but certainly not least, perhaps the best EV for older motorists is the Nissan Leaf. Never a leader in style, tech, or performance, this venerable hatchback is nonetheless a good value and a solid offering that is easy to live with. The base S model gets you 149 miles of range and 147 horsepower, perfect for trips around town, but drivers that want more should step up to the SV trim, which comes with 214 horses and can go a much more livable 212 miles on a charge. And I know it's not a lot of range, but realistically, it's all most retirees will need most of the time. I mean, add up your recent trips and see if I'm wrong. Anyway, simple controls, comfortable seats, and a low price make Nissan's Leaf appealing to older folks or drivers that simply don't care about flash-in-the-pan BS. Skip every option and you can drive home in an entry-level S model for less than 30 grand, including destination, which is a screaming deal in 2024. And there you go, a rundown of 7 EVs that are ideal for older motorists. But before wrapping things up, I do have 2 honorable mentions: the Tesla Model 3 and Model Y. Now, I excluded these vehicles from this list for a few reasons. One, the lack of physical controls is something that I find extremely annoying, and I know many older motorists will have the same opinion. 2, not having a traditional instrument cluster is annoying as well. And 3, the ride quality is not great, and of course some of the technology isn't intuitive. Like, why the hell do I need a touchscreen to adjust the air vents? But of course, it is not all bad. Both of these Teslas are a good value, eligible for generous federal tax incentives. They're extremely efficient, and they get you instant access to the best DC fast charging network in the world. So if you don't mind a few technological annoyances, the Model 3 and Model Y might be just right for you. Now, if you've got a little more money to spend, you'll want to watch this over here. It's my review of the Audi Q8 e-tron, and one aspect of this all-electric luxury SUV absolutely blew me away, and it just might surprise you too.